all yap about your growing legend.
Alright, everything seems to be in order. Sorry if it seems like this stream is just popping up in the middle of the afternoon. When I got home from work, I just took a nap and just slept until I felt like waking up. So here we are. Today we're going to be talking about Musou Games, and I know this is not the ideal game to be playing in order to talk about Musou Games, but if I play a Musou game, I will be concentrating on the gameplay itself rather than just enjoy the game as a whole.
Our sacred work is hindered by the presence of Lord Scrotus. We should, nay, we must lower his threat around here. Why do we stay, Saint? We're begging for trouble here.
Alright, I was talking to the family there. But today we're going to be talking about some Musou Games spin-offs. And it's a subject matter that's near and dear to my heart due to, well, you guys know how much I love Musou Games. And I actually looked up the line of Musou games that are out there right now. And if you don't know what a Musou game is, it's essentially a Dynasty Warriors spin-off. So, I just want to talk about spin-offs and stuff that we may see in the future. And I've just recently learned that here I'm looking at the main page for Dynasty Warriors and all of its spin-offs. It says, in January 2018, the president of Koei Tecmo, Hisashi Koinuma, said that he wanted to make a Dynasty Warriors spin-off using characters and settings from the Star Wars franchise from Lucasfilm after they managed to be successful with Neo and Fire Emblem Warriors. Koinuma chose Star Wars to be able to make a science fiction warrior series, which has not been done previously, which is ridiculously awesome because a lot of us would love to have a Star Wars Dynasty Warriors spin-off game. However, as Electronic Arts owns the game rights to the Star Wars franchise, it would be a difficult collaboration to achieve and is more of a future goal. This is a recent addition to this point. As of 2021, EA has lost the exclusivity rights in developing Star Wars games, and in the development of their other projects such as Samurai Warriors 5, Hisashi Koinuma reiterated that both Mario and Star Wars in a Dynasty Warriors format as projects he personally wanted to undertake before considering retirement. So, the head of Koei Tecmo, which pretty much publishes these Dynasty Warrior spin-offs, he wants to make a Mario Musou game and a Star Wars Musou game before he retires. So, those could be potentially high probabilities of us getting our hands on a Star Wars Musou game. I mean, come on, think about it. It's the perfect setting when you think about it. The world of Star Wars, countless enemies you could take on at any time. I forgot to mark something. Countless enemies you could take on at any time. Nothing but stormtroopers or battle droids or whatever, rebel soldiers, whatever you want to add in there, clone troopers, whatever you really want to add. They can pretty much add to the Star Wars game as a whole, and then you can play as your favorite characters, Jedi. You literally could put any Jedi that you want in there, or any Sith that you want. Like, did you ever want to replicate that one moment in the Darth Vader comics where he takes on an entire Rebel Alliance? Sit down. Just imagine playing as Darth Vader and you're against an entire army of, I don't know, rebel soldiers. And, oh, my goodness, they would have to do it absolutely right. If they do a Star Wars spin-off Musou game, they have to do it absolutely right. There needs to be skill trees, special skills that you can have, upgrades. You can't just make it a run-of-the-mill Musou. This is Star Wars, you gotta go all out for it. Like, say you're playing as a Jedi or Sith character, and you can upgrade your force push so that it can actually affect a whole bunch of enemies around you. Now, when I think about it, I kind of am imagining, okay, if you do a Star Wars game, what could you possibly do in terms of their ultimate Musou attacks? Because you know in Dynasty Warriors and their whole spin-offs, they have characters that have special moves that do that just affect a overall large area. So what would you possibly be able to do for characters that are not Jedi or Sith, like Force users? What could you possibly do? Like Han Solo, what could you do that could cause him to have a special attack that just decimates a whole slew of enemies? That's...
Here comes a mighty duster!
What could you do? I'm kind of curious. What could you do for a Star Wars Musou game? I mean, granted, you could do a ton of things in terms of story and setting and the enemy types, but it really comes down to, okay, what are you going to do with making these characters powerful? Because one of the key things, and I feel like Warriors Orochi gets this pretty much down pat. Warriors Orochi and I believe Dynasty Warriors 8, they get the whole concept of, okay, not only do you have these powerful characters, which you can get strong up to... One of the things that they really need to do is make it so that even after... Hey, Luigi! Even after you max out a character, they need to make it so that you can prestige them, so to speak.
A glint of glass, it's a shooter!
They need to make it so that you can prestige characters after you've leveled them up, so you can make them even more powerful. So just say you have Darth Vader, you get a max level, then you can prestige him and make him even more powerful, and maybe even unlock skills that only unlock once you prestige a character and start to level them up again. There are options like that. Warriors Orochi did plenty of that, where you could prestige them like 9 times, and you can get their health to 999, and their Musou and defense to high levels as well. There's just so much hidden potential that you can make this the definitive Star Wars action game.
Long shot in there has shot his last.
Alright, perimeter defenses are now down, which means we can take on this whole camp. Don't worry, I'm coming to you. I keep hitting the wrong button. This is not the button I use to evade. I still need to get used to playing Mad Max again. This is one of my games that I had to bring back up and actually play through because it's, well, I never really played it much back in 2018. I did a 1-hour throwback of it, played through the beginning of this story, and stopped once I did the stream. But a Star Wars Musou game, you got to cover all your bases. You got to cover all your bases and make sure that, think about it, you could have all the Jedi, or at least the most notable ones. So, say you have Obi-Wan Kenobi, maybe Qui-Gon Jinn, Anakin Skywalker, Yoda, Mace Windu, Samuel Jackson. Fill the Fury meter in 40 seconds or less. Sweet! And my legend rank went up. That's good. But you'd have to, and not only, here's the thing, I'm speaking a ton about Star Wars Force users that could really decimate the battlefield, but then you gotta remember that there's other characters as well. Like, what if you want to just play as a Stormtrooper and actually have aim, and then just... I mean, could Stormtroopers be playable characters? Could Battle Droids be playable characters? There's so many characters you could add. Cad Bane, Jango Fett, Boba Fett. Din Djarin from the Mandalorian. There's so many things about Star Wars that you could possibly add. I know for a fact that if they do the Star Wars Musou game, they're most likely going to add the sequel characters such as Rey, Finn, and Kylo Ren. That's probably going to be it because there's pretty much no one else. They might add elderly Luke, like old Luke. They might add him, but I don't count on it. But I know for a fact that if they do add characters, they're going to have Yoda. He's going to be flipping and dipping everywhere. It's just so much potential. Oh wow, that almost killed me. Is it weird that you never seen this game? Oh no, it's not weird at all because this game came out in 2015, around the same time that Mad Max Fury Road came out. But not that many people paid attention to it. Some people did, some people played it and then moved on. Like, for the game that it is and the ratings that it got, it's pretty good. But it's nothing, it's not like a monumentally... It's not like one of the greatest games of all time. It's a good game, though. So no, it is not weird at all if you have never heard of Mad Max. I got it because it was on sale. And because one of my coworkers who, I got this game back when I was still working at Best Buy. So, this was before I started to get real knee-deep in streaming and the like. I'm gonna need some food. Because if I take even one hit, I am going to die. Oh! There's food right there! There's some dog food right there. And, yeah, well, you know, Mad Max is you're either eating a ton of dog food, or either maggots, or crushing little creatures that are crawling around and eating them. But I got some health back, so that means I get to live longer. Which is good. But back to the Musou spin-offs. Not just Star Wars. I mean, the president says he wants to make a Mario game as well. Can you imagine a Mario Dynasty Warriors spin-off game? How would that even work? I mean, granted, they made Legend of Zelda Hyrule Warriors. They made Hyrule Warriors work. And they made even Fire Emblem work. But Mario? Just what could you do? I am so curious about how you'll be able to pull that off. Oh, water! Water! This'll help me keep my health. I'm just thinking about how Super Mario would work as a Dynasty Warriors spin-off game. That's the thing. He said he wants to make a Mario Wars game before he retires. Those are the big projects he wants to make. But I just wonder how you'd be able to pull that off. What could you do with Mario that can make it work as a Musou game? What is this thing being held down by? This thing isn't being held down by anything. I could have fallen to my death here. Alright. Alright, Q. Q shoot! Ignite. Drop. Run! Are there people here? Oh right, they're up top. I forgot. I'm in this underground area and there's people around here. But Mario, you could have obviously Mario, Luigi, Princess Peach, maybe Daisy, Yoshi, Bowser, Wario, Waluigi, even Shy Guy. I wouldn't even be surprised if they made Shy Guy a playable character. But I'm just kind of wondering, how would that even work? You made me ruin my streak! Perfect parry! And broke the neck. And Feral Fiend went up again. Hello. Excuse me while I drink some water. Gogeta! What is going on? It's always good to see you. Just talking about some Musou spin-offs. The president of Koei Tecmo said that he wants to make a Mario and Star Wars spin-offs, and since EA has lost the rights to the Star Wars games, he wants to make Mario and Star Wars their future Musou spin-off projects before he retires. What game is this? This is Mad Max. Let me actually edit the title. Can I edit the title? Let me edit the title so that people can know what I'm playing. But I'm not just talking about Mario spin-offs and Star Wars spin-offs. I was talking about Star Wars spin-offs and just wondering how that would work in a Musou game. Like, sure, you have people with force powers, but how would that work in a Musou game? And how would you work? How would you go about upgrading people with that idea in mind as well? But since we're on the subject of talking about Musou spin-offs, I feel like there's a bunch of other games that could benefit and take advantage of the entire Musou spin-off genre, which there's a ton of games, such as I would love to see a Hunter x Hunter game. I would love to see a Naruto Musou game. Now, mind you, Naruto had a stint of where it had like a Musou-like game in the past for the PSP called Naruto Ultimate Ninja Impact, which was the closest we'd ever gotten to an actual Naruto Musou spin-off game. Unfortunately, it was only on the PSP, and it never expanded past that point. I mean, if they actually believed that it would be successful, we could have got our hands on an actual Naruto Musou game along with One Piece Pirate Warriors. But Naruto would really fit because, I mean, in the later half of Naruto, they just went to Dragon Ball Z levels of overpowered attacks with massive area of effect, distance and everything. And then if you get into Boruto, then everyone just decides to be a planet buster and just nuke entire countries. That's where Naruto got to. And then Bleach, obviously, they can reach that level. I mean, have you seen the Bankais of some people? It can, I mean, the Shunsui Kyoraku's Bankai has to be done away from people, to the point where if anyone's in there, he's going to be affecting people with his own Bankai. Didn't like the end of Naruto Shippuden around the Hokage summit. Was it the whole Sasuke was trying to kill everyone and everyone was trying to kill Sasuke, and then Naruto kept being hard-headed, saying like, no, I'm not, I'm going to save my friend, despite the fact that his friend was killing numerous people? Definitely. Yeah. Here's the thing about Naruto Shippuden that kind of annoyed me. As much as I love Naruto's get up and go attitude and his ability and his habit of never giving up, it's like he was just so gung-ho in that stance that he could not see what was in front of him. Sasuke was a lost cause and only turned good because of plot. I mean, yeah. He did. When you think about it. Ah! Oh, thank goodness I'm okay. But what I need to explode is probably done. Oh no, my leg! Oh no, my leg! Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine. Everyone else is saying like we know what we're going to do about Sasuke, and even some people who were reluctant had to agree and says, yeah, we got to do something about Sasuke. But Naruto was all like, no, I'm going to save my friend. And it's like, dude, do you not know what Sasuke did? Do you not know how many people Sasuke has killed? He was not killing anyone until he found out that Itachi was, you know, who he was. He wasn't just there to be a member of the Akatsuki and wanted to... And he wanted to protect Sasuke. And we 100%ed this camp. Sweet. Even though he was there to spy on the Akatsuki and still protected the Leaf, and even gave his life in service to the Leaf, Sasuke wanted to kill all people who was involved with it. I'm like, bruh. So to honor your brother's memory, you gonna kill everybody. To avenge your brother, who willingly took on this mission of spying on the Akatsuki, with the help of Obito at the time, eradicated everyone in the Uchiha clan because of the growing power of the Uchiha and their, I guess, eventual vendetta against the Leaf in order to take control of the Leaf for themselves. You want to kill everyone involved in that decision as a way to avenge your brother. And you think he would be okay with that? Right. Didn't Kakashi even agree to kill? I believe everyone except Naruto was prepared to find Sasuke and kill him. Every single one of his friends, Shikamaru, Ino, everyone, even Hinata, who was extremely reluctant because she knew how close Naruto was with Sasuke, but everyone was pro-kill Sasuke, except for Naruto, because Naruto was, you know, main character, plot armored, hard-headed. I dropped Naruto to watch One Piece. Should I go back or watch One Piece? Where did you leave off with Naruto, to be quite honest with you? Itachi in heaven face palming. He's all like, I saved my little brother in order to spare him all of this devastation. I'm going to kill everyone because of what they did to my brother Itachi. I'm sorry, what, Sasuke? You gonna do what now? I didn't just die for you to try and kill everyone in an act of revenge. You coming up and trying to kill me in the first place was based on revenge. Now you want to get even more revenge and try and kill more people? Sasuke. But it kind of depends on where you left off, Luigi. I mean, I've watched all of Naruto. I watched it from the beginning all the way until the very end. So it's pretty much up to you. Itachi tried to defend Sasuke just for him to make everyone his enemy. Seriously! He told Obito, who was posing as Madara at the time, he told Obito, you know what? I'll help you do this. But if you touch my brother Sasuke, I'm going to kill you. And that was the only agreement they had for eradicating all of the Uchiha. Everything Itachi did was to protect Sasuke. Hey, Psycho, what is going on? You have no idea what's going on in Boruto? Neither do I. I kind of stopped watching it after a while. Don't remember, think he was midway through OG Naruto, so you're not even near Shippuden. Wow, okay. And I'm not saying wow as in wow, you have a long way to go. I'm just saying wow, it's just that You're still in the middle of OG Naruto, and I kind of don't want to talk about it anymore, just in case you may want to watch it, and I don't want to spoil you on some major things that happened in the story. Really love the original Naruto. So do I. I love it as well. The little promo that Toonami had was absolutely flawless. There's a lot of scrap around here, but I don't know where it is. It says that there's a ton of scrap around this entire environment, but how am I supposed to find it all? Ah, loot. Must get loot. It was simple and made sense. It was simple and made sense all the way up until where it started. I want to say Naruto stopped making sense around, like you said, when Sasuke decided to kill everyone, and then it turns out that Madara came back and, well, actually, you know what, I'm gonna stop, because I'm starting to go into spoiler territory again. We need to get back to the task at hand here, which is talking about Musou spin-offs. So Naruto is a good example of a game that could really work as a Naruto spin-off, as a Musou spin-off. Is he dead? Yeah, he's dead. So Naruto spin-offs, that could really work really well. I mean, they would just have to take the format that they did with Naruto Ultimate Ninja Impact and then just make it for a next-gen series. Wasn't Borderlands originally supposed to be a Mad Max game? Originally, yeah. And if you look at the promo art for it, it was actually not supposed to be... It was actually not supposed to have such a profound comic book style to its art style. It wasn't until Borderlands actually launched that they decided, you know what, let's just stick with this comic book style and then just go from there. Here's the thing, before I even got into Borderlands, I was immensely skeptical about even playing the game because I had no idea what the game was. I had no idea whether it'd be fun or not, and I wondered if it was even worth my time. Cut through a whole bunch of years later, and I played basically every single Borderlands series because I enjoyed it that much. Okay, because the driver looks similar. Yeah, it was supposed to be like a bit of a Mad Max style game. I mean, Borderlands is that. It's a post-apocalyptic type world where, you know, your main method of getting around is driving, but also everyone is completely insane. Where only a handful of people act with some semblance of sense, but it's also immensely futuristic as well, you know, with space travel and sci-fi elements and aliens and a whole bunch of other stuff. So Borderlands is Mad Max, but if you add Mad Max into, you know, heavy sci-fi elements. Borderlands is so unique that that's the greatest part of it. Yes, Borderlands is immensely unique. You don't see that many first-person shooters that does loot the way that Borderlands does, but also has its own unique style to it. Only started watching anime like a year ago, but you watched over 40-something anime and you're loving it. Hey man, that's how it all starts. That's how it all starts. You start by watching just one anime. You find that it's good. Then you start watching more. Then you start watching more and more and more and more and more, and then it just increases until you just watch a ton of anime. Oh, that is death. That is death.
Roadkill cluster incoming.
I ain't gonna worry about him. Still need to progress through the story so I can actually get some beneficial upgrades. The thing about me when I play open world games is that I will explore everything first before I even deal with the main story, so I could be overpowered from the get-go. But back to the task at hand. Musou spin-offs. Naruto would be a really good series for Musou spin-offs due to the fact that there are so many characters that can do area of effect attacks, and playing against enemies. You made me ruin my combo! Like, imagine playing as Madara Uchiha versus the 4th Division. Or playing as Orochimaru versus basically everyone in the Leaf. A Dragon Ball Musou can be great. It can be. It's just the execution that needs a lot of work. Because then you would have to come up with... Because the thing about Musou spin-offs is you gotta have, like, the cannon fodder enemies that you can just easily kill and easily beat in line with, like, the officers and whatnot. With One Piece Pirate Warriors, you have, like, your run-of-the-mill pirates, and then you have the big, burly-looking officers. In, Hyrule Warriors, you have, like, the moblins and basic enemies, and then you have the Linos or Linies or Linens, I don't even know how to call them or pronounce them. You have the big type enemies who are the officers as well. And Star Wars, which is one of the franchises that the president wants to make, you can have stormtroopers, you can have clone troopers, you can have battle droids, you can have rebel soldiers, you can have even, I guess, bounty hunters or Death Watch, if you were going up against the Mandalorians. There's just a slew of different enemy types that you would need to have in order for it to be a competent Musou game. In Dragon Ball, I'm guessing you would either have the Frieza Force, or... I kind of can't really think of any other enemy types. You can fight Frieza soldiers or Cell Juniors. Okay, Cell Juniors come to mind, but... I'm just thinking you need to have like a slew of enemies to fight. In retrospect, I don't have any water, which means I can't give any water to them. So I need to find some water and give it to them. So that way I can get some rewards. But with Dragon Ball, you need to think about the cannon fodder enemies. The story I can kind of make up on the fly. You can just see it as, you know, another tournament of power, but it's, I don't know. You have to defeat a certain amount of enemies to be proclaimed the strongest person in the universe or whatever. You can have a tournament of power, but you can also have, like, basic struggles as well, such as fighting a ton of enemies. In Dragon Ball, Kakarot, the common enemy is Red Ribbon Army robots. Okay, so that's actually really good. I forgot about that. I forgot about, Red Ribbon Army robots. So you can have the Red Ribbon Army, you can have the Frieza Force, maybe you could have even the Justice Troopers, you know, the same area that, same type of, troopers that, Jiren and the rest of them are a part of. You could have the common fodder enemies of those. You could have, I don't know, Saiyans. Though, I guess that would kind of be redundant, fighting against your own kind, and they can get stronger as well, so maybe not Saiyans, but Frieza Force, maybe even the, Ginyu Force! Frieza Force, Ginyu Force, Red Ribbon Army, and maybe the Justice Troopers. That could work. Let's go ahead and get you from up there.
Are you sure this ain't reckless?
Alright, sit down. So, for Dragon Ball Musou, you could have the Red Ribbon Army. Sorry, I got distracted there killing people. You could have the Red Ribbon Army. You could have the Frieza Force, Ginyu Force, and the Justice Troopers. You can even have a Spider-Man Musou game if there isn't any. Spider-Man? I feel like if you're gonna do a Musou game that has anything to do with Marvel, you gotta have an encompassing array of characters. And I already came up with a good idea for it as well. So a Marvel Musou would be absolutely amazing because there's so many characters that can do wide area attacks, like the Hulk, someone like Storm from the X-Men. Overpowered characters such as Ghost Rider, Doctor Strange, Thanos, Silver Surfer. You could have a ton of different characters that could do so many things in a Marvel Musou. And I've already figured out what the story would be. The story would be akin to that of the Grandmaster taking a select number of heroes and villains in his own twisted contest of champions to see who's the strongest in the universe. And there you can have, I mean, it's Marvel. You already forgot the water. You already have a ton of cannon fodder type enemies. You can have AIM, as much as I am so tired of AIM right now after Marvel's Avengers. You could have AIM, you could have Hydra, you could have Ultron bots, you could have Purifiers, you could have Sentinels, you could have the Kree, you could have the Nova Corps. There's so many things you could have. You could even have symbiote soldiers if you added Null to the game. There's just so much you could actually do. The Shi'ar Empire. There's so much you can do with a Marvel Musou game. And then you can think about how you make these characters stronger, what you can add, different things you can add to the game, such as skins and what have you. Make characters stronger and stronger and stronger. No gear systems. It does not need a gear system. Skill set systems. Let the character themselves be strong and you can make them strong. Infinitely strong if you so chose. I mean, I don't get games nowadays where they have to think like, well, we have to balance the game. We can't have characters be too powerful, otherwise the game isn't fun. Who said I didn't want to play as the Hulk and just wreck everyone? And then just bowl through everyone like the mad giant titan that he is. Who said I didn't want to do that? What if I want to just run through an area and just mop the floor with everyone as the Hulk? What if I just want to ride through the area riding on Ghost Rider's motorcycle and just burn everyone with Hellfire? Just think about it. Because you know how Musou spin-offs that you can have mounts and everything. So with mounts, you could either have like you could have Ghost Rider with his, his motorcycle just riding through, and he can attack from there, or you can jump off and say you play as a Silver Surfer. His mount could be his surfboard. It's just so much potential. This is unrelated, but have I seen the new Ghost of Tsushima director's cut? Yes, I have, and I gotta say, it is one I'm definitely gonna be looking into. I mean, it's Ghost of Tsushima. It's an absolutely amazing game. So more Ghost of Tsushima is what I'm into.
Strange gene drip to you. You got some fine wheels rolling there. Is it a nitro boost I spot on an intake? If so, stranger, there'd be some fine spots for you to let that baby soar.
Are your shoes made out of severed tank treads? Use the dramp. Why did I say tramp? Use the ramps in the Great White to perform an epic jump. Reward a Griffa token, which is what I need to give myself some upgrades when I'm talking to the mysterious dude that likes to blow dust in my face. Alright, so we're in the Great White right now. We need to find a ramp and jump off of that. Marvel Musou, that would work. You could have overpowered people. You could play as Thanos and just decimate everyone. You could play as Null, who has in the recent Venom comics is quite possibly was one of the most overpowered characters in all of Marvel. You could have Silver Surfer, you could have Doctor Strange, you have Scarlet Witch. Not only that, but you can make it so that it would incorporate, I don't know, costumes from TV shows or the MCU. You could have that. There is potential. There is potential into appealing to people who are used to these properties from, modern media, movies, and TV shows. There's just so much potential that you can tap into. I don't know why some people just don't do that. But Marvel Musou, that's my idea for a Musou game. Just add a whole bunch of characters and have them fighting in a big old contest of champions. You can add a ton of characters. You could add the X-Men if you wanted, Fantastic Four. So many different characters. Then you have DC. You could have Superman, Batman, The Flash, Wonder Woman, Cyborg. Don't know too much about Aquaman. There's just so many characters you can add from there. And say that it's Darkseid is trying to get his hands on the anti-life equation. Get out of that car! Get out there, car, and fight me like a man! Get out of that car! Why are you honking the horn to announce when you're going to try and run me over? I rolled into that. That was my fault. Alright, you want to play games? Go sailing off into the distance. You're gonna stop hitting my car. Come out of that driver's seat! Woo! There he goes! I love dragging them out of their cars and sending them flying into the distance. Woo! There he goes! There he goes! Do I have this car? I need to take these cars back to the main stronghold. Ah, this is the new one as well. And since we're right next to the lighthouse area, that's where we need to go in order to add it to our collection. DC spin-off game. You could have it where Darkseid is trying to get his hands on the anti-life equation. And Darkseid, in the comics right now, he's actually doing some incredibly insane stuff. To the point where he's probably going to be DC's big bad, like end-all to beat-all guy. I mean, Darkseid has always been that type of character, but in the comics, he's ascended to the point where he can actually narrate himself in other people's stories. That's what Darkseid has done in the comics. He is able to insert himself in other people's stories and be on the... He has made it so that he is on the outside of everything, so he can see all that transpires. If you thought Darkseid was powerful before, he has grown beyond that now. But a DC Musou game would be fun, or just any DC game, just to be quite honest. Because I don't know how I feel about the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League game. I'm kind of tired of them making games where you have to go out of your way to kill the heroes or make the heroes the villains. I'm kind of tired of that. Plus, they're making a Suicide Squad game, and I mean, they're only doing that because of how Suicide Squad the movie tried to do, and then Suicide Squad tried to do that because of Guardians of the Galaxy. So I don't know how I feel about the whole Suicide Squad game thing. Other games that could be very well. Ooh, earned 1,000 scrap from repopulated camps. Nice. And I got another Griffa point. I need to find a ramp though. There's got to be a ramp around here. There's got to be a ramp. Okay, ramp. Those are not points that the game will point out to me. I just need to find them on my own. So I'm guessing, Luigi, you're watching the Marine Fort. Oh wait. Use the ramp to perform an epic jump. It's right there. It's right there. Directly in front of my face. It's directly in front of my face. And how far away are we from this ramp? Because that might actually... Is that closer? That might actually be closer. We might have to go there. So are you watching the Marineford arc for One Piece? Yeah, it is truly a sad moment. But other games that could really benefit from a Musou spin-off. Hunter x Hunter. Well, Luigi, I won't spoil anything dealing with the anime for One Piece, because I am way ahead of you in terms of narrative and story for One Piece since I read the manga, and I do reactions on that. But, so I'm not going to say anymore. That's where I'm going to break off talking about One Piece right here and now. But another game another franchise that would do really well for a Musou spin-off.
There! Its beating heart revealed!
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Bet you won't be running up on me again! Do you have any loot? No, you don't. Then be there and die. Oh, y'all need water. Look at these people, they need water.
So thirsty.
I'm dry.
It's full.
Inside and out.
Just take the water, bruh. Take the water, get to the stronghold, and go sleep. Quench your thirst. I got a trophy. Give water to a wanderer. It tells you just how much I have never really played this. Have I ever played the second victory mission in Attack on Titan 2? Second victory mission. I mean, I did all the missions pertaining to like the story mode and the another mode.
Bad feeling about this place.
So I might have, but then again, I may have to boot up Attack on Titan 2 again in order to see. So I may have to check on that. It's a DLC mission. Oh, in that case, then I probably don't have it because I don't have any of the DLC missions for Attack on Titan 2. Corner cut, death run. Compete in death runs to earn Griffa tokens and unlock new vehicles in the vehicle collection. That's nice and all, but we're here to find a ramp. Another series that would do well for a Musou franchise is Hunter x Hunter. It's super hard, almost impossible. Well, I know to stay away from them. Would My Hero Academia make a good Musou? Yes. Yes. I was actually going to get to that after Hunter x Hunter. Since I am almost done with watching the Hunter x Hunter series, there is just so many ways that they could add characters with overwhelmingly widespread attacks like Chairman Netero, Meruem, Shawapoof, Neferpito, and Yuppie, and Gon, and Killua. There's just so many characters. Well, that failed, I think. I think that failed. I think that jump failed. Still need to watch the final arc, but I don't care about spoilers. See, I'm in the last few episodes as well. There's 148 episodes of the 2011 series, which is pretty much the most recent one. And I'm just now getting to the last few episodes. But Hunter x Hunter would be a good game that could be in a Musou franchise. I mean, if they can turn Legend of Zelda into a franchise, you can basically turn anything into a franchise, a Musou franchise.
We've grown wings!
Next, My Hero Academia. That would definitely be a good Musou franchise. I mean, come on. Who wouldn't want to play as All Might against a whole bunch of criminals, or maybe a whole bunch of Nomu, or maybe even All for One? You ruined my hit!
Take our trophy!
Sit down! And give me your dog food. Monopoly Musou. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. But in order for you to buy this property, you need to get 200 hit combo against the Monopoly Man and his little dog token. I wouldn't even know how a board game Musou game would even work. But My Hero Academia as a Musou game, that would be absolutely amazing. I mean, you could play as the Nomu that was there at UA. You could play as All for One. You could play as Midoriya, both when he was training with One for All, and then up to the point where he is right now. You could play as All Might, Endeavor, just so many pro heroes that you could play as, including some of the students from UA. Not just from Class 1A, but Class 1B as well. Monomon, well, not really Monomon, but mainly the combat-oriented quirk users. Mainly the combat-oriented quirk users. Those would probably be the best ones to add. Omnidrips, what's going on? We're talking about Musou spin-off games while I'm playing Mad Max. Why does the blood seem to cover more and more of his back? Like, why is it the blood never seems to go away? It seems to cover me all over and over and over again. It's weird. It's really weird. But a My Hero Academia Musou spin-off game would be absolutely fantastic, if done right. That's just the only thing that concerns me. If it was done right, then it would be immensely satisfying and fun. Then you have Bleach. And I know I talked about it early on, but Bleach as a Musou game, that would definitely work. I mean, come on, everyone has Bankais that cover... everyone has Bankais that cover a wide area. I mean, you have Shunsui's Bankai, you have Hitsugaya's Bankai. You even have Bankais that just make it so that people can affect a larger area around them. Not just their Bankais just automatically affect a large area, but it causes them to be able to, it causes the user to be able to affect a large area. Because sometimes with, this is gonna hurt. I mean, you have Byakuya's Senbon Sakura, which essentially can affect an area around him. Whereas, and that could work as well as, that could work for his, you know, special mode. It can be his Bankai mode, where he just uses Senbon Sakura, Kageyoshi. But you also have people like Kenpachi, when he accesses his Bankai, he essentially just becomes inhumanly strong, you know, way beyond the limits. Well beyond the limits of his own strength. When he uses his Bankai. Or you could have people like the Stern Ritters, where they, in the Wanderreich, where they have their abilities that have widespread areas, like a Jared Valkyrie, or Yawatch himself. Like, come on, think about it. Who wouldn't want to play as the King of the Quincy's when he has the power of the Almighty? When he's absorbed the Soul King's power and absorbed Mimihagi, which is the right hand of the king, and is able to literally affect literally all of existence if he so chose. All probable past, presents, and futures. Just imagine playing as that man versus, I don't know, just run-of-the-mill Shinigami. Just imagine that. Wouldn't that be sick? Wouldn't you want to play as Ulquiorra in a Segunda Etapa form, just decimating a whole bunch of Shinigami, or you're playing as Yamamoto in his Bankai form, just his whole body just covered in flames, and he's just decimating a whole bunch of Arankar or Stern Ritters. There's just, or Hollows, like there could be Hollow missions. I'm just thinking of so many ideas for a Bleach Musou game now. You could have missions where you have to clear out like an entire section of Hollows and it's just countless Hollows, or it can be a Horde mode. Why isn't there Horde modes in Musou games? Why isn't there Horde modes in Musou games? Like, who wouldn't want to just have an endless stream of enemies just constantly going after you? Not just... Excuse you, bruh.
A party of roadkill.
Love Black Clover. I'm currently on the Royal Knights exam arc, especially in the dub. See, here's the thing. I was apprehensive about Black Clover simply because of what I heard about the main character being incredibly annoying to listen to. Like, when you hear the voice of Asta, him just constantly screaming over and over and over and over and over again, that kind of got annoying to me. His constant screams got annoying to me. What the heck? Wait, those were suicide cars?
A mighty duster.
Those were suicide cars? Oh wait, he dropped scrap. I need scrap. He's only annoying once he's around Sister Lily. Yeah. Any other time, he's not as annoying. Which is why I got more accustomed to Asta when he wasn't around his hometown. Whenever he went to his hometown and he was constantly trying to propose to Sister Lily, his voice got annoying, like, "Please marry me!" But after a while, you get used to him yelling. Yeah, that's pretty much the deal. I got used to his yelling. It wasn't as annoying as it was the first time. I was thinking, oh man, this guy, he's just shrill, and I kind of don't want to listen to him anymore. But the more I watched the show, the more I watched the anime, the less annoying he became. It was tough the first first episodes. It really was. It was for me. Listening to Asa, I was thinking, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I could do this and endure listening to this dude for an entire series. One day Lily is gonna learn to love him. I doubt it. Oh, I doubt that so very much. She's just being cordial. Plus, she's a sister, so she has that oath where she can't marry anyone. Especially got hooked once Asta met Noel, and his penchant for not really caring if you're royal or not. That's one thing I like about Asta. He doesn't care if you're royal or not. If you behave like trash, he's gonna let you know. Which is why Noel's brothers immediately had a problem with him, because, you know, the thing that annoyed me in Black Clover is how nobles treated people who either didn't have a bunch of magic power or were not nobles, just in general. Come back here, Rat, I'm hungry. Come back here, Rat, I'm hungry. Come back here, Mickey. Don't you run from me, Mickey. Oh, well, there I go dying again. Asta versus royalty is the greatest part of the show. I love it whenever Asta gives the noble people who think they're so, oh, you don't have enough magic power. Oh, you're just a commoner. Every time I heard them say call people commoners, I was just waiting for Asta to show up and just bust them in the mouth or just straight up embarrass them. Hold on, I'm getting a phone call. Finral's brother made me so mad, I got annoyed by the dude as well. Why is the camera rotating? Where the heck did you come from? I'm sorry, where did you come from? Where did he come from? I was wondering why my camera was rotating. And it made me jump out of my seat when Asta gave that speech to the other Royal Magic Knights at that banquet. Oh, I love that moment as well. I love it when characters give that speech to other people who think that just because you're rich, just because you have high social status, or whatever you want to think is getting you along in life, does not mean that you have any right to treat anyone who you consider lower than you. It doesn't give you any right to treat them that way. And that is logic, real-world logic, that people should be really applying to any of these people, any of these super rich people today. Just because you got a bunch of money doesn't mean you're better than anyone else who doesn't have that same amount of money. And then once that guy tried to silence him, he clapped back at them. See, that's why I like Asta. He does not care whether you're a noble or not. He's going to let you know what's on his mind. Forget about decorum. Forget about procedures. Forget about thinking that just because you're a noble means that you can't talk to me any type of way. No. Asta was going to tell you exactly how he feels, and he does not care if you don't like it. And those who seem to persist against Asta tend to get the worst brunt of the damage. Love how everyone is like, he doesn't have magic, he's weak, but then he beats their behinds. Yeah, and I was about to walk off this cliff. I was looking at chat when I was moving forward. I almost walked off this cliff here. Get out of there. Give me that scrap. Give me all that scrap. You don't need that scrap. That scrap is mine. He's one of my favorite shonen main characters. Hey, he's grown with me he's grown on me as well. He really has grown on me. Find and use the winch switch to bring down the balloon. Black Clover would do well with a Musou spinoff as well. I mean, they got widespread magical attacks as well, so that would be fun to see. Bleach would be good. Black Clover would be good. Fairy Tail might actually be good as well. I mean, they got widespread attacks too. Who wouldn't want to play as Acnologia? Are you gonna let me get in? So far, your favorite character is Yami. The dude does not care whatsoever. But I will say this one thing: the antics whenever Captain Charlotte is around Yami, it is incredibly humorous. And the thing is, Yami has absolutely no idea that she's in love with him. And whenever he says something that sounds even remotely close to of having the same amount of feelings, she gets so flustered, she immediately goes running in the opposite direction. Like, I remember, and this might be a bit spoilerish, but there was this one point where they were having dinner together, and she thought that he invited her there just to, spend time with her, which wasn't the case. But she just... It's just... The moments with Captain Charlotte, whenever she interacts with Yami, those are just fantastic moments with her. Don't want to spoil... I still need to continue watching this series. I still need to keep watching it. I've dropped off... I think... Hold on, let me bring it up because I got it as a thumbnail. Not thumbnail, but as a bookmark. The last episode I saw of Black Clover was episode 143. That was the last episode, and I don't know how far the episodes are right now. Hold on, let me see how far the dub is. The dub is all the way at 157. So I got a bunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got a bunch. I got a bunch that I could watch. Might have to watch that once this stream is over. On episode 75. Him on the toilet and getting mad at Asta is hilarious. It always is. I mean, if that dude didn't eat so much stuff, you wouldn't have to worry about being at the bathroom all the time. He reminds me of Magellan from One Piece. Magellan spends like 7 or 4 hours a day just in the bathroom because he's always eating foods with poison in them because, of his devil fruit ability. I got a lot of notifications. Yeah, I got a lot of notifications. A lot of notifications on my phone. I like how Finrol's only there because Yami's too lazy to walk. It's sad. And when you think about it, Finrol is second to Yami in hierarchy. But the man don't get no respect. That's the story of his life. He gets no respect at all. Finrol gets absolutely no major respect, even though he's the second in command of the Black Bulls. It is quite sad. It is quite sad. And then we have... Ooh, we have this whole area over here that we need to clear out. But I gotta still keep working on this. So here's a point of interest. I want to clear out these areas before I move forward with this story, because here's the story point that I need to be going to. But I'm just focusing on everything in here because it's fun. But what we will do is we can't fast travel to these places. I gotta get out of this balloon. Reveal 3 regions. Hey, I leveled up! I'm now a gas guzzler, which means I should have some brand new upgrades. But let me get back to talking about Musous. So, Bleach would be good. Black Clover would be good. Fairy Tail would be good. My Hero Academia would be good. Star Wars would definitely be good. Mario, I'm still iffy about, but the Koei Tecmo president wants to make one, so who am I to argue with the guy who could potentially give us more Musou games before he retires? There's just so many games that could really work. Actually, you know what? Let me see what other franchises up here could really work as a Musou game. Ooh, Castlevania! Castlevania would work as a Musou game. Think about it, especially if they base it off of the Castlevania Netflix series. Oh my goodness, that would be sick. Imagine playing as Dracula versus an army of humans and using all of Dracula's powers, his speed. You're just zipping through the environment. And with his big, massive spawn cape, just imagine playing as Dracula. I already have an idea for what you could have as an unlockable character. Okay, so I don't know. I can't really say because I don't know if you guys have seen the I don't know if you've seen the Netflix, the latest season of Castlevania. I kind of want to say what character I would like to be a unlockable character when you finish the game on the hardest difficulty, but that would go into massive story spoilers, and I don't know if you guys have actually seen the series, so I can't really say. But imagine playing as Trevor Belmont, Sypha, Alucard. Then you have the vampires, you have Carmilla. You have I forget what her name is, the big burly woman that has her own special armor. I forget her name. Dracula, of course. Maybe Isaac. Isaac would actually be kind of fun because you could base him around having summoned monsters around him, and he would be fighting with them. He can have them drop in at any time or something like that. That would actually be cool. That would actually be cool if Isaac was playable. But imagine playing as Dracula, and you're just massacring everyone. And seeing as how Berserk is a Musou game that is incredibly gory, like when you go into your special mode in Berserk, you just hack into people and you just send their limbs flying. Yeah, a mature, rated M Castlevania Musou game would work. You're just cutting people apart and slicing them to pieces. And it's not just humans you would be fighting against. You could fight against skeletons and different monsters and demons and werewolves and vampires. There's just so much you could do with a Castlevania Musou game. We actually need a new Castlevania game overall. Because when was the last Castlevania game? The last official one. The last official one we got was either Order of Ecclesia or Lords of Shadow 2.
I was too close. Hurt badly.
A Castlevania Musou game would be so sick.
And his sick pups. I'm crisped up. End it. Please. Just end me.
The Wastelander is lying half dead close to Chum's boat. End his life and take the loot.
War party approaching!
Oh! Hey, thanks, man! I wouldn't have landed on my feet so easily if you didn't hit me. Thank you! If he didn't hit me in that way, I would have landed on my back, but somehow I tumbled so fast, He righted me from the spin. Alright, I had enough of you. Come out of that car! Okay, so Lords of Shadow was the last Castlevania game. A Castlevania Musou game would be fun. I love the fact that they're covered in dust when they get flung out of my way. So that was that chance encounter. We got one right here, but we're gonna see what this fire pit is over here. There could be some loot. There could be some enemies. We could get ambushed. I don't know, but we're gonna check. There's a lot of blood here. There's quite a bit of blood here. Either this is blood or this is just stained rock, but it looks more like blood. But yeah, I know I was talking about Musou spin-offs, but there's just a lot of different franchises that could really work well with it. Have you already seen what happened to Finral at that exam? You mean when he was fighting his brother? Are you talking about when he was fighting his brother and everyone came to his rescue in the most boss way ever? Oh my goodness! That moment when Finral was fighting his brother and his brother was literally preparing to kill him, and then you have Asta, you have Luck, and then you have, what is his name? I forget his name. The dude with the baseball bat. You have them all launching across the entire map to land directly in front of them, and then point all of their weapons at him, saying, you take one more step and we're gonna kill you. Like the moment you see them streak across the sky and they land with the most boss superhero landing I have ever seen, and they all just stand in front of him defending Finral. Oh my goodness, that was such a boss. Magna, Luck, and Asta. They landed right in front of Finral. That moment was just absolutely amazing. I had to watch it twice, because that's how good it was. I was all like, that's how you stick up for your boy!
Into the divine embodiment of grease and metal, and fulfill the holy task which the angel combustion has bestowed on us. Also, it makes her cranky. Yes, I can hear her creak and moan. Can you hear it, Saint? Can you hear it?
No, I can't hear it. Remember, this is Mad Max, where everyone is mad and crazy. I wonder, do I have this car?
This might fool them.
It doesn't say I need to take this back. So the answer is no. I mean, there's only so many franchises that could actually work with a Musou spin-off type deal, but all the games that I talked about... Ooh, Final Fantasy might actually be fun, because who wouldn't want to play a Sephiroth fighting a whole bunch of monsters? I mean, come on, there's not many games where you get to play as Sephiroth anyway, other than Dissidia and, you know, some mobile games here and there. So playing as Sephiroth would actually be fun.
That big thing is similar, yes, very much so, to many of the wonders one can spy in Gastown.
And apparently there's a minefield down there, but I don't have a dog in order to detect them and disarm them. Too bad I can't grab onto ledges. But then again, this isn't Breath of the Wild. Hello there. But all the games that I listed and different franchises I listed, those are the games that could definitely work as a Musou series.
So one who want to get at him better deal with his boys and dish out some of that boom boom.
Alright, Top Dog Camp Gasworks. The camp is based around a huge oil platform and is defended by the Top Dog Gas Rope. Intel says he is weak against explosions. There's a hidden entrance left of the main gate. Look for a shimmy walkway halfway up. There's a flame pipe tank left of the main gate. Reward Intel stored in logbook. So first things first, we have access to new upgrades since we've leveled up again. We can now get better fist weapons. We did 10% here, but now we can get the Rip Bar halvesies. And since I have more than enough points to upgrade my fisticuffs, I now can do better damage. And I exited out. Ammo belts. It's about time I could hold more ammo. Now I can hold up to 4 shotgun shells, 7 sniper rounds, 7 thunderpoon caps, and 2 shivs. And I have more than enough points, more than enough scrap, because, you know, I've just been exploring and I haven't been doing any story modes. I've just been saving up my resources just so I can upgrade everything in a whole big old fell swoop. Are we going to get to a point where you are not covered in blood? Can we do that, please? Oil smear on face. How about making it so that you are not covered in blood 100% of the time? Follow up any wall strike with a powerful finishing move and a reversal move that disarms an armed attacker after a perfect parry. Use a melee weapon to quickly execute fallen enemies. Is there a skill that makes it so that the window for doing a perfect parry is wider? I would very much like that. Don't exit me out of this screen if I ain't done buying stuff. I ain't done yet. Stop that. I got more than enough to pay for all of this. I really hope that there's a parry. Actually, you know what? Let me look it up. Let me look it up. Mad Max parry. Or is there skills? Let me look up the skills. Mad Max skills. Upgrades. I need to find out if there's any way I can get a better perfect parry. Okay, so there's wall finisher, reversal, melee weapon execution, wall shiv execution, shiv grapple escape, shield shatterer, master melee reversal, master shiv reversal, shiv chain finisher. So, but what about is there any skills that can help me get better perfect parries though? Because I can't. It doesn't make everything work out for me perfectly. Because perfect parries is stuff that I need to keep working on. Because I don't have it down to a T. That's my whole problem. Getting perfect parries down. Or maybe there's some way I'm not doing it perfectly. Perfect parry. Okay, when the parry circle, wait till the circle meets the prompt. Okay, I just need to keep working at it then just to make it perfect. Like I did when I was playing Fist of the North Star. Also, one of y'all said JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, or was it? Would be a good Musou game as well. Let me see if I can find out who said that. Still don't know what happened to Yami because I don't read manga, but I might need to read it because if something happens to Yami, I will die. Okay, so I don't know anything that's going on in the Black Clover manga, and I don't want to know until I read it myself. So I'm with you on that. I want to check it out for myself. And I completely forgot that I own Persona 5 Strikers, but I'm still playing through Persona 5 first before I move into Strikers. That's another Musou game that exists. So Persona 5, a turn-based video game, is a Musou game now. So if a turn-based video game can be turned into a Musou game, then pretty much anything else can. Alright, I got better melee upgrades, which means I'm going to be killing people faster, which is good for me. I'll just work on my perfect parries in the middle of combat. And this is pretty much the entire place that I needed to take out overall. Use the dog in Chum's buggy. Why did I say Chummy? In Chum's buggy. And Chum's buggy to find and clear minefields. Clear minefields will reduce threat in the region. So here's the thing. Mad Max minefield. Minefields without dog. Okay, so here's the thing. I need to switch to Chum Bucket's buggy that has the dog in it in order for me to clear out these minefields. Question is, why is Max mad? It's more so not that he's angry, it's just that due to the whole post-apocalyptic deal going on with the world, everyone's just a little bit mad, just a little bit crazy. And if you watch Mad Max Fury Road, you can see that he has almost gone like... He almost gone feral, just a little bit. It's only during the later half of the movie where he starts to get a semblance of himself back. Just a bit. Hey, perfect people I can test my new upgrades on. Oh, that's a reversal. When they try to stab me with a knife, I can just flat out kill them immediately right there. That's gonna help out with combat. And you left me food. You're too kind.
High octane gut rope fuel.
Never thought I'd hear people refer to the intestines as gut rope. I mean, then again, the intestine is like 25 feet long. But I never heard people call your intestines gut rope. And again, this is the Mad Max franchise, so this does not surprise me whatsoever. And we don't even have the scrap that's actually here at this location, because I need to get my scrap back up, so just in case I level up again, I can get my hands on some new upgrades. Are you gonna let me climb the ladder? Thank you! It's a 2015 game, not everything is polished. Alright, we got one right here. I'm just grabbing them, just because I want to. And I might go back to the stronghold to see if I can get the buggy that has the dog in it, so I can go through those minefields and clear the threat even lower.
Yeah! Now comes Lord Scrota's horde! There goes the wheel!
Stay off of my car! Whenever I fight people, that's going to be my opportune chance to perfect my perfect parries. And you had loot, so yeah, I'm definitely going to take that. And since this is Australia, everyone drives on the right side. Now we just need to get this car back to the main stronghold without anyone trying to kill us or trying to blow up the car. I got a quick question for you guys. It's a bit of a minor question. You guys don't have to answer if you don't want to. For those that, you know, celebrate 4th of July and just do a whole bunch of eating on 4th of July, what y'all plan on eating? Really? I know my daddy's gonna be grilling. If he can get that that tilapia, if he can make his famous lemon encrusted tilapia again, oh, it's gonna be good. I know we're probably gonna have hamburgers and hot dogs, you know, the classics. But if he can make his tilapia, his fried fish again, oh my goodness. In your country, they don't really celebrate it? I can understand that. Not everyone celebrates every single holiday that we celebrate here in America. I mean, 4th of July is just something specifically for America because it's, you know, whole Independence Day deal. So I understand if no one really celebrates it in other countries. That much is pretty much a given. Because a lot of things we celebrate here in America doesn't really apply to other places. Alright, let me select a different car. I don't think I have Chum Bucket's specific car. Here's his buggy. Have not collected his vehicle yet. I'm sorry, where is this vehicle? Where is it? Where is Chum's buggy? I need to find it if I'm going to take out these minefields. How do I get it? Complete a mission, build a... Okay, so I actually need to progress the story. Yeah, I actually need to progress the story in order to unlock it. Okay. So I've been doing all these extra side missions, ain't been paying it no mind. When the main story is where all the big unlocks happen. See, that's the thing with me in open world games, which makes me wonder. Assassin's Creed Valhalla is currently on sale right now. I'm actually tempted to get it. I'm tempted. But then again, I remember that I still need to get some more volumes of One Piece and get the Bleach Blu-ray set 10. So there's a lot of things I need to get my hands on. But I've just been thinking. Not too many games that are on my radar that I'm going to be playing this year. Hey, it's 420 right now. Hey, but not too many games that are coming out this year that are really, really on my radar to just flat out get my hands on, so I'm not too worried about that. Plus I got a ton of games in my backlog already, so I'm pretty much good for the next year or two as far as games are concerned. Now I will be getting my hands on Elden Ring, and I will be playing Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. Those are games I'm definitely going to play because one, I love the Borderlands franchise and any spin-off that it has, and I mean, then you have Elden Ring. It's essentially the next stage of the Dark Souls series. I mean, it's going to be an open world Dark Souls game, and there's just so much in it. I mean, are you kidding? I'm definitely going to play that. But as of right now, for the rest of this year, there really isn't too many games that are on my radar to mess around with. Now, DLCs like DLC for Age of Calamity, which I still need to get the Seasons Pass for. That's still going to be releasing this year. So it's really just going to be minor things that I play on the channel. Not anything overly big, to be quite honest. We might as well take this guy out. Might as well. He has a 2-skull difficulty, the camp does. There's a significant amount of scrap there. And there's probably going to be a significant amount of enemies as well, so we might as well go ahead and kill the man. Don't know why, but we're dying to try. We're going to kill the man. But there's not too many big things that are on my radar to just flat out go out and buy and get my hands on. Now, mind you, there's going to be manga volumes releasing this year. I believe on the 6th, the next volume for One Piece will be dropping. I believe, hold on, let me look at my bookshelf here. I believe the next volume for One Piece is going to be volume 97. That's going to be the newest one coming out. If my calendar is any indication. Hold on, let me look at my calendar here. Because I have all when the volumes get released in like Barnes & Noble. No, there's actually no volumes releasing here in July. The next volume for One Piece is releasing on the 3rd of August, not in July. So I was wrong. So the recent volumes I got my hands on was in the 1st of June. That was Dragon Ball Super, My Hero Academia, and One Punch Man. So there's no more volumes for what I'm getting my hands on coming out. But I believe the second volume of Solo Leveling is releasing on the 6th of June. Hold on, let me check. Volume 2. No, it actually doesn't release on the 6th. It released on the 20th of this month. So the second volume of Solo Leveling is going to be dropping. I'm definitely going to get my hands on that because, you know, support the official release. If I'm doing a reaction to it on my channel, then I support the actual release itself and I just buy the volumes because it's only fair. It's only fair that I support the creator of the series that I broadcast on my channel. So, I'm definitely going to be grabbing Solo Leveling Volume 2. One thing I will say about Solo Leveling is that even though it's a thick book, it's going to be a minute before we even get to the Jeju Island raid in terms of paperbacks for Solo Leveling when those release. Also, I'm going to be getting my next Solo Leveling volume from Barnes & Noble because me getting my first Solo Leveling volume from Amazon, they didn't even bother to package the product or properly cover it in. Fury Kill! Is Days Gone post-apocalyptic? You could say that. You could say that it is. Matter of fact, I have that game. I might as well play that too. If I'm playing post-apocalyptic games like Mad Max and other games, I might just have to play Days Gone as well, because it's been a while since I last played it. It has been, actually, now that you mention it, I haven't played Days Gone ever since I did my 1 hour throwback on it. The last I remember of playing Days Gone was there's this science group that came in and dropped down into a helicopter, and I literally stopped right there. That's where I stopped. Other than that, I have no idea about the gameplay of Days Gone or the narrative as a whole. So it really has been, it's been a number of years since I played both Mad Max and Days Gone as well. So I guess you can consider it, I think you would consider it post-apocalyptic in the line of the zombie creatures overrunning the world. I guess you could consider it along the lines of like The Last of Us, in terms of this disease has affected numerous people and it's caused them to change, so now everyone has to be on high alert in a world where these creatures are overrunning people. So I guess you could kind of consider it like a post-apocalyptic. Oh snap. I got a phone call and I didn't even realize it just popped up on my phone. Apologies. Give me a sec. Alright, family's not answering. I'm pretty sure they'll call me back. And there she goes.
Fuel tank! It's unprotected! Stomp it! It will tear that tire right off! Hunker down! Shoot her!
Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. I just had a conversation with one of my family members, some other relatives of mine out there. They're just being immensely... Let's just call it stupid. Let's just say stupid. And I can say that about my relatives. Stop shooting my car!
You're not tango with children the same.
They got bombs! Oh Lord, they got bombs! Luckily, it does not set my car on fire. Alright, so let me be honest with you guys. I have an enormous backlog of games that is going to take me a nice long while to even remotely get through. So, among the games I have yet to finish, I have yet to finish Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I have yet to finish Bayonetta 2. I have yet to finish Astral Chain. I have yet to finish Persona. I have yet to finish Just Cause 4. I have yet to finish God Eater 3. Yet to finish Final Fantasy 15 Royal Edition. I have yet to finish Devil May Cry 5, Days Gone, Scarlet Nexus, I haven't even started. Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. All the story modes of Nier Automata. Yet to see the story modes of The Division 2 all the way through. Yet to finish Wolfenstein 2. I have an enormous backlog of games, ladies and gentlemen, that I've yet to go through. So if it looks like, yeah, it's gonna take me a nice long while to get through any of this, and it feels like if I put up random games on my channel, it's probably gonna be games that I work towards finishing so I can clear out my backlog.
Scrotus owns Great White. Get out or die.
How about no? Excuse me? Excuse me? Don't worry, I'll come get you. I will come get you. Alright, that's enough. That is enough. Did he say flash kill moves? Too bad I couldn't impale him on the wall. I mean, I can blow people up. I'm just surprised I couldn't impale him. But now maybe I can... Ooh, here's a scrap vehicle I could take back to get an enormous amount of scrap. But I got an enormous backlog of games that I really need to work through before I buy anything new. And since I probably won't be getting any new games until... I want to say January of next year, and then getting Wonderlands after that. I mean, I got plenty of games in my backlog that I can clear out before I can say, you know what, I don't have any more games that I have yet to finish. That'll save me so much time in the long run. Alright, we're back up to 2,000 scrap again. It won't be long before we're able to get our hands on more scrap. But let's pull this gate off. real quick. I probably don't need to narrate.
Crazies and the buzzards. Their lips.
Alright, so I could take that back, or I could take on the guy who's residing in this place. You know what, let's take on the guy first, and then we'll take the scrap car back to the stronghold. Reversal! Ooh, nice. I'm gonna get better at these. I am definitely gonna get better at these. Alright, new enemy, Buster Boy.
Hear that?
Reversal! Execution! Execution! Ooh, that might have been my most flawless fight I've been in a nice long while. I'm gonna have to do more of those. But first things first, collect all the goodies. Take this bat with me, because I know for a fact I'm going to use it.
The fuck is that? Company! We got company! Just catch him and rip out his throat!
Oh, wall finisher! Remember to use the wall finisher to slam an enemy's head against the wall. Can I bust their heads? Is that what I can do? And will I ever get this blood off of my clothes? And then they keep adding up, and Marvel Future Revolution keeps adding more videos. Like, stop teasing! When is the game going to release? When is the game going to release? I need to play this game! So many people are having fun with Marvel Future Revolution. It's a mobile game, but still, I want to play it. I want to play the game. This is where we need to go, but there's an insignia in there. I need to take that out somehow. Can I get to that? Yep, I think we can get to it. Yeah, here we go. Get ourselves some good old Alpo. Have our health topped off. Come on in here and then take out this insignia. Perfect!
My turn!
See, he get quiet when you take him, when you take out all the buddies that were going to kill me earlier. He gets real quiet.
Hey, you need a war crier? I do a real good rallying. Been at it for years. You know, I didn't mean all those things I cried at you.
Is he pleading for his life?
Please, 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 don't slay me.
All right. End him. Oh, don't worry, I am. It has to be done in order for this environment to be claimed. He has to die. Now, unfortunately, I don't have access to any shotgun shells, which means I can't take out this insignia, because I can't just... I lack the bullets. Hopefully I can get by... Oh, wait a minute. Maybe if I place it and ignite it here, maybe the explosion... Aha! Your boy is smart. And I got 9 Griffa tokens, which means we're going to have plenty to upgrade the next time we run into Griffa. Alright, we got one more spot for scrap metal. And I believe there was a spot I could run into instead of going down these stairs. I could be wrong. I think I might be wrong. Yeah, I was wrong. We need to go through that area. We need to take one of this game's infinitely respawning gas canisters and blow up that door. Yep. The moment you pick up one canister, it replaces it with another. This game knows what I needs, and what I needs, I got a fever. And the only cure is more explosions. What is that falling all the way down there? What just fell up from up top there? Something just fell from the top of the building all the way down there. Nothing of significance, but why is stuff falling? Run away! Unlimited boom booms. That's exactly what Tiny Tina likes. I can only imagine the amount of customization you can do in Wonderlands. Because Wonderlands is going to be the first Borderlands-style game that doesn't have predestined characters for you to play as. Like, previous games have done that in the past. Mose, Amara, Flack, Zane, Handsome Jack's clone, Aurelia, Wilhelm, Athena, Claptrap. And then the first game with Lilith, Roland, Mordecai, and Brick. But in Wonderlands, you get to create your own character. So you know they better have shades. They better have shades and a shaved head option. Don't give me like this wild hair look. Give me a shaved head option. I want to roll in there with black sunglasses and shades. And if I could roll around in a suit, that'd be even better. I channel my inner isekai butler status, because come on, you ever seen these animes where they have the butlers, but the butlers are incredibly powerful? You need a pink afro. Hopefully this is a spin-off of a Borderlands game. I really hope that they have that level of customization.
Boost you must suffer. Your blood must water the earth and your body ground into dust.
You know what? I completely forgot about these big guys being bosses. That's how long it's been.
I feel no anger now. Only joy to kill such... Pain is coming.
Yeah, pain is coming to you.
Get in line! I'll slay him!
The combat isn't so complicated as that of Batman Arkham Knight or Shadow of War, Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor or Shadow of War. So it's basically just hit them, dodge their attacks, and then hit them again, and then just do that on repeat. We do this for 40 years, and then we die.
Don't worry! I'll make you see a dead...
The bigger they are, got a new trophy. Top Dog Camp, Gasworks. Allies have now populated the camp and will provide regular deliveries of scrap, which means I don't need to worry about going broke as long as I supply them with plenty of camp throughout the area. And black tar, body color unlocked. Sweet, I can finally change the color of my ride from that rusty look to a nice black sheen. And you gave me 4 shotgun shells. You couldn't have given this to me earlier? So now we get to open up this entire way. So let's just turn off all the valves. Cause you holding this area where I can't actually look into it. Let me see what's over here. But back to Wonderlands, I really hope that the create your character aspect is really expansive, because they said that they are actually going to have an emphasis on melee weapons in the game, which is something that really hasn't been present in the Borderlands series as a whole. Sure, you'd have characters that have melee modes, such as, Krieg and Brick, but they didn't have a dedicated melee weapon aspect of the game. So Wonderlands is going to actually have that incorporated into the gameplay. Like, you're actually going to have melee weapons. So, which means we're not only going to be seeing some legendary guns, but we're going to be seeing some legendary melee weapons as well. And, I mean, we all know just how crazy legendary guns can be in Borderlands. Can you imagine legendary melee weapons, like a sword that it lights people on fire, and then if they burn to death, they explode? Can you imagine the craziness that they're not only going to be able to do with the guns, but also the craziness they're going to be able to do with melee weapons as well? And this is Borderlands. They've already won the game of the year when it comes to, well, not game of the year, but game of the decade when it comes to, hey, our game has, billions of guns with different customizations on them. Now they're going to be able to say our game not only has billions of guns with millions of customizations, but now we're going to be able to have a whole bunch of melee weapons with a bunch of customizations on them as well. So, I cannot wait to see what build diversity is going to be like. I really hope when it comes to the magic aspect, they do not skimp out on it. What if it's not just limited to legendary weapons, like legendary guns and legendary melee weapons? What if there's legendary magic as well? Like, think about it. They could literally do anything. Have we ever heard of a game that had legendary magic skills? No, we just had regular magic skills. We don't even give magic the same due process of thinking, you know what? What if we have a magic that's this level, but what if it was legendary status? What if it was legendary magic that had additional effects on it? So if I want to run with like if I want to run a mage character, which I most definitely am, I do that with any game that I can, from Skyrim to
Definitely in the Lone Wars. Oh, I knew you were special. So unlike those savages. And hardest, huh? A man of taste.
I tend to go for mage builds in any game that I can, from Skyrim to Dark Souls to pretty much any game that will allow me to have like a mage-like build or elemental type build to it, which is why I go for the Siren characters in the Borderlands series, because they kind of fit the whole mage angle with their otherworldly powers and the ability to just melt people down to their smallest atoms. So for Wonderlands, I really hope they don't skip out on the whole RPG elements. And besides, it's also going to be like a D&D style game. I mean, it continues off. It essentially follows the events, officially, canon-wise, it follows the events of Tiny Tina's Assault on Dragon's Keep, which is by far the best DLC for Borderlands in its entire series, and one of the best DLCs ever made. There's just absolutely no way they should skimp out on the magical aspect of Wonderlands, especially if they're going for D&D style world, rich in fantasy and whatever. Yeah, I want to play as a mage character that, sure, I could use guns, but I also use a ton of magic as well, which brings into question, is magic going to be linked to like a mana pool? Or is it going to be like linked to special skills, like special skills you can use for characters, like say you want to use Zero's Deception skill? Is it going to be like that has a cooldown and a certain amount of time that you can use it, or a certain amount of charges you can use? There's just so many questions, and we're going to hear more about Wonderlands for the rest of this year. During this year, I know we are. If they talk about magic, then you already have my attention right there. I mean, you already got my curiosity because I love the fantasy settings of games, which is why I like to play mage characters, necromancers if I can. It'd be cool if they can actually have necromancy skills. I very much like that. But I can't wait to see just what type of gameplay details we're going to hear about Wonderlands. Matter of fact, let me just pull up Wonderlands just to remind you guys what it's going to be having in there as far as what we knew. So, as far as what we know, it's coming in early 2022, which is next year. So after I'm done playing Elden Ring, or just, have that on the back burner for a minute, Wonderlands is going to be coming in again to add even more magical nonsense to the year of 2022. Lord's will, nothing happen. This one, June 10th, June 17th. Okay, so here's the most recent one, but this was just like back in June. Everything we know about the Borderlands spinoff. There's the announcement trailer. So the story of Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, the specific of Tiny Tina's Wonderlands story are still under wraps, but it's clear what the gist of the story will be, and we know it immediately follows the beloved Borderlands 2 Assault on Dragon Keep. In that expansion, Tiny Tina and the heroes of the first Borderlands game play a tabletop game. You guys know the name of it. Controlling the characters of Borderlands 2, they go on a fantasy adventure with Tiny Tina acting as Dungeon Master in her wildly unpredictable style. In a trailer breakdown produced by IGN, Wonderland's creative director Matt Cox explained the game takes place shortly after the end of Dragon Keep. So after you defeat the handsome sorcerer and free Princess, what is her name? What is her name? Princess Butt Stallion. There it is. After you defeat the handsome sorcerer and free Princess Butt Stallion, that's pretty much where the story ends right there. It takes place shortly after Dragon Keep, but it's a brand new adventure in a brand new world in the mind of Tiny Tina. So anything can happen. So literally legendary weapons, we're going to have to channel our innermost Tiny Tina in thinking about just how crazy legendary weapons and melee weapons and guns and possibly legendary magic skills could possibly be in Wonderlands. So while it follows on from Dragon Keep, it sounds more like a standalone experience than a direct sequel. Which characters? Sounds like family's home. I'm going to have to grab the food. There's still more details that we need to read into, so I'm going to actually continue that after I grab the food and bring it upstairs. So talk amongst yourselves. I will be right back. Sit tight, everyone. If anyone comes in, just let them know that I stepped away for a minute or two just to help out with the food and bring it inside. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. Let me see what you said. Luigi, you said I'm gonna need a Minecraft Easter egg with an enchanted sword. You know they gotta throw either some Minecraft, they gotta throw some Skyrim references, some Dark Souls references. Anything that has to do with fantasy or D&D, they're definitely gonna have to throw that in there. Roll for initiative. I would not be surprised if that's the first trophy you get. They definitely gotta incorporate a lot of that in there. So, what I'm going to do is, since I have food here, and how long have I been streaming for? This was supposed to be a chill stream, 2 hours. 2 hours ago, good lord.
Imagine what we might find this time.
Have not even been really paying attention to how long I've been going. But, let's see. Okay, so Griffa, where's Griffa? Griffa's here. We need to see him to give ourselves some more upgrades for our base stats. And then we're going to head to this story mission to expand on the story of Mad Max. And so I can finally get my hands on the chum buggy and clear out these minefields so I can reduce the maximum amount of influence that's in this area. Because the only thing that's left for the Black Moths is the minefields. Then the Balefire Flatlands, they have the snipers and the scarecrows and the minefields as well. We pretty much took out all of the camps here. So we don't need to worry about that too much. But let's go see Griffa, and then we'll move on to the story from there. And then I think I'll call it a session right there, so that way I can enjoy my food and finish Hunter x Hunter, and then just play games all day. I mean, I got nothing but time. And I am going to relax and do what I love to do. And just chill. So within the 2 hours that I've been doing this stream, I really hope every one of you have been enjoying yourselves while you were here. I really hope you've enjoyed yourself. The biggest thing I look for whenever I do streams is as long as people are entertained, then I'm doing a good job. And if you're not entertained, hey, I just need to work on it. A YouTuber is never too good at their job to never learn anything new. I'm always looking to expand, I'm always looking to improve, so your feedback is always appreciated. Don't ever feel like anything you say to me is going to be a dumb question or a dumb comment. I listen to all feedback, and plus, I see all your comments that you guys leave on my videos, so I'm always ready to hear more from you guys. What you would like to see, what you would like to see less of. Feedback is important. It is what helps a YouTube channel grow. Well, thank you, Luigi. I'm always looking. If you are entertained, then that means I've done my job as a YouTuber. Because that's pretty much the only thing I seek whenever I do a live stream, or whenever I make a video for you guys. I only seek to make sure that you guys are entertained by anything that I do.
I know who I am. If you knew, why would you wander like this?
Because the game told me to wander.
I know where I'm going.
I don't. Can you tell me?
You're going to the plains.
I haven't played this game in 2 years. I'm kind of lost.
That's my destination. I'm gonna cross the plains of silence.
Don't be blowing your breath in my face. That's nasty. Don't do that. But we have 9 tokens, and we opened up 3 more slots for everything. So, the big thing that we need to upgrade is channeling, increase the ability to remain in fury longer, because I hear that's a good one to have. Ammunition is a good one to have. And essence is good to have as well. So those are key ones, but we have 6 more tokens, so that means more scrap while looting. Increase legend by 1, so let's go ahead and do that. And take more damage by increasing my maximum health, so let's increase that. Better late than never. No, how are you? Hey, CJ, I'm doing good. I'm going to be ending the stream kind of soon because my family brought me lunch and I want to eat that and then just relax the rest of the day. So we're just upgrading some stuff right now. We might actually cover the black flatlands and clear out some of those other things like the scarecrows and everything before we move on. Let's see, increase ability to consume less fuel, increase amount of food I gain, but scrap is what I need to upgrade so many of my things, so I need to actually keep that upgraded. Gas Guzzler level 3. Gas Guzzler level 4. Will that blood ever disappear from your jacket? Why do you always look like you've been in the worst knockdown dragouts ever? Will I ever not have blood on my clothes? I need to be a Sand King in order to get the next upgrade for this jacket. Because it does well enough right now, but it can do better. Wrist armor, pot bar guard, decreases damage taken from a failed parry by 20, increases damage inflicted by counters and disarms by 20%. So I wonder how all of this stuff is going to look when it's maxed out, when I'm at Road Warrior status. That's kind of what I'm wondering. But I have a lot of scrap, which means we are going to upgrade my hook bar, and it can be upgraded again. Hold on. Pull unarmored tires off of most vehicles. The increased durability also enables the harpoon to pull down fortified structures. So being able to pull the wheels off of cars that are chasing me, that sounds interesting. But let me just actually change the color, finally, on my ride. Black tar. Yes! Black cars are the best cars. Anything black is the best. Anything black car related is always the best car. So decals. Then they have the battle brands. Let's go with Dead Man's White as an offset of the black. And then we'll roll with that for a little while. The car body needs to change though, because I've been rolling with this one for a minute, but this one here, I want this one. This one looks sick. And the car body doesn't affect the stats any, so it's basically just a cosmetic option. Because you got the shovel face here, which is nice, but this one here seems more Mad Max-like. The furnace. Then you have the Dirola, which is just like a classic car that looks like this. And then of course you got the Wild Hunt here, but we're gonna go with But I considered trying different voices from Wild Arms 3 as well as Frollo. Next time I do a voice acting stream, I hope to somehow, some way make a fan dub for it if I can. Ooh, interesting. You mean Frollo as in Judge Frollo from The Hunchback of Notre Dame? I've been singing his song at every single shift, so it must be fate for you to bring up his name. Can't upgrade the armor on this anymore. I mean, we practically don't have a lot of armor to work with overall. And this armor would increase it all the way up. So the next time I could do that, CJ. I'll look into the Wild Arms 3 and see about the different voices there, and Judge Frollo. I'll work on his voice as well, so the next time I do a voice acting stream, those will be the voices I bring. So yeah, I'll do those for you, CJ. I'm always looking to try out new voices for any voice acting streams that I do. So, since we're here in the Balefire Flatlands, let's clear out all the scarecrows, because we don't have the vehicle necessary to clear out the minefields, and we'll clear out the sniper. Then we'll go into the Dead Barrens, and this is Fuel Veins. This is undiscovered. Go into the Fuel Veins and drive to the Dead Baron Pass. Or at least unlock the fast travel there. At the very least. First things first. Scarecrow! No, you don't! No, you don't! Get back here, boy! Get back here, boy! Get out of that seat!
Tear that tire right off!
And that's a free amount of scrap right there. So all the amount that I just spent out trying to upgrade and get all these upgrades, yeah, as soon as I delivered this back to the stronghold, this is just going to be scrap right back in my pocket. I was about to say, why aren't you moving forward, car? What's going on? You good? And my ally camps are always giving me free scrap, so that just means my funds, my scrap funds, are just constantly being raised. When you have these scrap cars rolling around, you got that source of income there. And then whenever you clear out enemy camps and allies go in there, they continuously send you increasing amounts of scrap, which is always a good thing. But let's just set out and do what I said I was going to do. You actually missed out on a pretty good conversation, CJ. We were talking about Musou spin-offs and future Musou spin-offs we'd love to see. And how the CEO of Koei Tecmo wants to make a Mario Musou spin-off and a Star Wars Musou spin-off. Since EA has lost the rights to the Star Wars franchise as a whole for their games, it means that anyone else can pick up those rights and start making games for them again. Which is a good thing because EA pretty much drugged that game through with only Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order and Star Wars Squadron, Star Wars Elite Squadron being the only ones out of their anomaly of Star Wars games that have actually done well. So the president wants to make a Star Wars Musou game before he retires. A Mario game, a Mario Musou game, and a Star Wars Musou game. That's what he wants to do before he fully retires, is he wants to make those games. And I was just talking about what a Star Wars game would be like if it was done in the Musou style. Like you have the fodder enemies like stormtroopers, rebels, and battle droids. There's so much potential. Alright, let's make our way to the next one. Have to unfortunately leave the stream. See you soon. Alright, Luigi. Hope you enjoy yourself. I hope you enjoyed yourself with all the time that you spent here.
Looky, a buried car might hold sacred artifacts. Wretched roadkill on our tail!
See, if I wasn't so close, it'd be pulled out faster.
Soon! Time to unearth whatever sacred relics it may hold.
Stay. Guard the car.
Certainly, yes. You know I would never leave her side.
See, I'm back up in my scrap again. I'm almost at 3,000 scrap. It's almost as if I didn't spend any of it on upgrades at all. The game is so generous with giving you funds. I really do hope that the Koei Tecmo CEO, does in fact follow through with making a Star Wars Musou game. Because imagine playing as Emperor Palpatine. against an army of either battle droids or Rebel Alliance soldiers. Not along the lines, and here's the thing, I do not count Star Wars Battlefront and its instant action mode as being a Musou spin-off, because it's not the same. You still have a limited amount of enemies that only appear at a certain time, but here in a Musou game, you can literally have hundreds of them appear at one time. And you can literally do whatever. And the good thing about it is, hopefully they do not just... They do not have to stick with the... Oh, we have to stick with the movies. Let's just stick with the movies, so we only can do what they did in the movies as far as what characters can do. Like, I want to see Emperor Palpatine using Force Storm. I want to see them using the Force to just blow back hundreds of enemies at one massive Force push. I want to see Sith lightning just arcing and hitting numerous people all around. I want them to go over the top and overboard with this Star Wars Musou game.
Convoy! A lot of them! Their lead truck. Carries a great and powerful artifact on its hood. Huh? It would serve us well to wield.
Alright, perimeter defenses are taken out for this camp that's over here. This still counts as Jeet's territory. So we're lowering it all little by little to the point where it'll be completely clear. But I overshot into the next area when I shouldn't have. And I bypassed the sniper and the other scarecrow that's here as well. So we need to go ahead and get that. Okay, let me see you guys say, because it hasn't popped up on my laptop's chat, but it's here on the screen. Star Wars Musou could be amazing, especially if they put in the Legends materials. If that happens, I'm definitely playing as Darth Maul. See, here's the thing. I have it right here. Right here, if you pull up the Dynasty Warriors spin-off wiki page, it says that the president of Koei Tecmo, Hisashi Koinuma, said that he wanted to make a Dynasty Warriors spin-off using characters and settings from the Star Wars franchise from Lucasfilm after they managed to be successful with Neo and Fire Emblem Warriors. This was back in 2018, that's what he stated. Koinuma chose Star Wars to be able to make a science fiction Warriors series, which would be the first in their line of series that they've done. And I don't count Dynasty Warriors Gundam because that frankly does not count. However, as Electronic Arts owns this game rights to the Star Wars franchise, it would be a difficult collaboration to achieve and is more of a future goal. As of this year, EA has lost the exclusivity rights in developing Star Wars games, and in the development of their other projects such as Samurai Warriors 5, Hisashi Koinuma reiterated that both Mario and Star Wars in a Dynasty Warriors format as projects he personally wanted to undertake before considering retirement. So before this dude even tries to retire from being the president of Koei Tecmo, he wants to see a Mario and Star Wars game, Star Wars Musou game made. So we could very well see ourselves playing a Star Wars spin-off, like Star Wars Warriors, Star Warriors, or Star Wars Legends, or whatever. The dude is very adamant about making a Star Wars Musou game. And I am very adamant about him wanting to make one. Let me upgrade this harpoon now, so that way I can rip people's tires off. I'll upgrade stuff later. I'll upgrade other stuff later. Haha!
It will tear that tire right off!
Perfect parry. That's what you get! So I hope we all live to see the day when we get to play a Star Wars Musou game where we can play as Darth Maul and he's just cutting through clone troopers or like Death Watch or whatever. You following me, bub? No. Convoy route discovered. Okay. There's a convoy route. But I'm not worrying about that right now. Right now, I'm trying to get my hands on those scarecrows that are out there. Just rolled through a minefield like it was nothing. Oh right! I never took out the sniper because I accidentally fell off a cliff. So I had to re-get the sniper again. I remember from yesterday. I remember. Wow, it's 5 o'clock already? Good lord. Time flies when you are having fun. That phrase has never been more true. He did. And had I misstepped and not projected that punch properly, I probably would have died myself. But it worked out. Alright, so we got another scarecrow that's on the outskirts right here. We'll take care of that. I love when you can do rolls off of high places and then just land on your feet like that's actually a normal thing to do. Pretty sure parkour people do that as well, but you know, it's fun in a video game. Is that one I can pull out of the dirt, or is that too far in there? Alright, I already came to this location. There was a bunch of crazy people here. And I see the scarecrow. It's right there. Alright, I forgot these things sometimes have scrap on it.
Tanks are in the open.
You don't need that wheel. You don't need your life either. Woo! You see how fast that man slid underneath there? We still got scrap to collect over here. Let's collect that real quick.
Don't stray.
Yes, Bradley. It is my secret place.
I wonder, because here's the thing, ally camps will periodically give me scrap while I'm just playing the game. I wonder how much scrap I could gain if I just left this game on overnight. I might have to try that. I might have to try that and see what happens.
As if she is sprung an angel's wing!
Oh, I forgot about the sandstorms that are in this game too. I lose traction as soon as I go across off of the beaten path here. Well, you don't need to worry about suffering anymore. And it looks like we got another scarecrow here. Is this something I can dismantle? It is. Yeah, it is. We'll want to play as Kyle Katarn, Exar Kun, Darth Malagus, and Legends Luke Skywalker. What about Darth Bane or Darth Nihilus? Literally a Sith known to consume all life around here to the point where he was regarded as an actual tear and wound in the Force. I would love to play as those overpowered Force users.
Long shots up ahead.
I see them. I can take him out with a sniper rifle.
The what?
The long shot.
Oh, here, I have a few rounds. Make them count. You're a wizard. The long shot is your wand.
I have to concentrate.
Yes, of course, your wizardship. My seals are sealed.
Are there any more? I feel like if we drive up closer. I think we may have taken all the snipers out. Yeah, we did. Keep getting on the wrong side. This is Australia. Everyone drives on the right.
Keep your head down. I'm gonna take a look.
Yes. Please, hurry back. This is very bad terrain. Risky.
And you know, playing through this game just reminds me that there's so much in Shadow of War that I need to do, like get all the armor sets and make myself supremely overpowered, you know, and building my entire orc army and fighting a whole bunch of people. It's just so much I gotta do. So many games that I kind of neglected because I've been playing other games. It's quite a shame. Let me grab that scrap down here. Exploration and goodies take priority. I'll be back up in the scrap in no time, and then I'll upgrade my sniper rifle so I can have more rounds.
He's there! Someone's here!
You can't see me. Bam, ba, ba. Oh, you're so kind. Thank you. I needed shotgun ammo.
Come over here and I'll wring that brain back from your neck! We can aim! Glory, he's going!
Alright, let me collect this loot. And let me see if they got any food, because I know for a fact I'm gonna die if I am not careful. There is no health regeneration. It's not that type of game. So I gotta be... Ooh! Water! Water! But on the subject of a Star Wars Musou again, CJ, how would characters who don't have force abilities work in a game where basically the premise of the game is for you to take out enemies in a stylishly over-the-top way. What about characters that fly? Like, bounty hunters like Din Djarin and Django and Boba Fett. How are they going to work? Will you allow flying? And then how is the whole spiel of Force characters using their abilities going to work, such as Force Speed? Now, Force Speed I'm not really worried about, but Force Jumping and using their Force abilities for, just moving around, not just in combat, but just for moving around. How would that work? Like, what if you wanted to use a Force Jump to jump across a large amount of the map? Or use Force Speed to move faster than all of your enemies? Like, how would that work? These are the questions that I wonder. I really hope that they can pull it off. And I really hope it's successful. Which would mean more future spin-off Musou games in the future. Every successful because here's the thing, the spin-off Musou games tend to do better than the main series. Because as of right now, Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity is their highest and fastest grossing Musou spin-off game that they have to date. Like, I'm looking at it right here. Hyrule Warriors makes it the single best-selling game in the entire Warriors franchise, selling over 3 million copies in 4 days. So, Musou spin-offs are definitely not going anywhere. I just hope that they see just how successful it is and go above and beyond and add even more to it. Give us more. I want more. There must be more.
That must be it. We're not ready to take that on. Not without some preparation.
We're going to need some serious preparation, H, in order to get through those doors. In order to get into the next environment, because here's the thing. This area, this wide open area that I just been driving in all this time, I still got all of this. I still got all of these massive areas to go through. I got all of this endlessness. The Big Nothing is hostile and unforgiving. Death awaits all who enter it. I believe you can go into the Big Nothing and it has like a whole bunch of storms, but it also has like a ton of scrap that you can get your hands on as well. All of this that I've explored, all of this that I've spent all my time into, and it looks massive and it looks expansive. It's not even half of how big this map actually is. That's how big this map is. Nothing but endless road. That is why there's upgrades for making it so that you don't use up as much fuel when you're driving, because you are definitely going to be driving a whole lot. And now that I've been talking about Star Wars Musous, I'm going to have to look up Star Wars characters that are incredibly powerful Star Wars characters and also noteworthy characters as well, because they're probably going to have either Leia or Han. They're definitely going to have Luke in there. But now it just makes me wonder what other obscure characters they could possibly add, like Bosk, Death Watch, different types of stormtroopers or well-known characters. The Bad Batch, maybe. I have yet to start watching The Bad Batch. I'm gonna watch it when I get the chance. But there's just so much potential. So much potential. And apparently there's a historical relic here somewhere. We can come back at any time, so we don't need to worry about that. But here I am talking about the Star Wars Musou and completely forgetting that the president wants to, the Koei Tecmo, the KT president wants to make a Mario Musou. So that just begs more questions. How does a Mario Musou work? But that'll be something we talk about another time.
These black fingers are ready to dance, Saint. Oh, yeah, and I know just the steps too. It's called the Jack, a wasteland classic. We pull it off and our chances of survival grow tenfold.
And the harpoon?
Soon. But she needs the basics first, huh? The car's weak.
Agreed.
Let's return to Jeets first, huh? Then I'll show you the plans.
Alright, story mission complete. Into madness! You want to know how long it's been since I've seen this sentence, story mission complete? About 2 years. I need to get past the jaw to get to Gastown. However, that would be suicide unless we get the magnum opus in better shape. Which means we kind of actually don't need to drive there. We can just teleport over there. And just fast travel there. And then I'll call it a session there so I can go ahead and eat my cookout. Because I am ready to eat some food and finish Hunter x Hunter. So that way I can scratch that anime off my list. Alright, so let's speak to Chum Bucket and get this mission started.
Here it is, Saint. My plans for the Jack. Oh, she'll be perfect. Speed, power, tenacious durability. Take a look-see. Take a look-see.
Alright, Archangels, such as the Jack, are special magnum opus configurations revered by Chum. To get started, enter the Archangel screen. Select Archangels. Alright, here we go! Selecting an Archangel will reveal the upgrades needed. Green indicates upgrades that are owned, while red indicates upgrades that are not. Select the Jack and review the requirements of the needed parts. Okay, so we're missing 3 parts. We are missing 3 parts, but we can install the grill. This upgrade is already owned. Wasteland Classic. Harpoon, sniper rifle. Everything is falling into place. Alright, install that. And okay, this upgrade is not necessary to build the Jack. Okay, base rust. No border spikes. Wish to purchase? Yes, go ahead and own that part for the Bantam. And then we need to do retrieve the body from Colossus region. Complete extra requirement to unlock Shovel Face. And then we need to complete the story mission Wasteland Classic in order to unlock the baby bars, and then we can craft the Jack. Then you have the Pinky Finger, Celestial Bones, Soul Sweeper, Killbox, Righteous Spike. The further we go up, the more pricey they get in terms of what they expect us to need in order to make it. Oh my goodness, some of these actually look kind of cool. The Speed Freak. The Jugger of Virtue. The Jugger of Virtue looks sick. I may have to try and build that one. The Cardinal Grinder, Rolling Blender, ready to puree any and all enemigos who might be foolish enough to get close. Death comes in many shapes and forms in this land. This particular death comes in the form of razor-sharp blades and extreme power. Oh, this would definitely be a... And here's the Lord Gravel. This is pretty much the base body of what we're using for our current magnum opus at the moment. Interesting. But now I got a brand new engine I can put in here, but it lowers the handling. And then we have armor that we can work towards unlocking as well. But that'll lower the acceleration and the handling. It'll become tankier, but it'll also become slower as well. Alright, we got a game plan. Story mission, a Wasteland Classic. And once we are done with this mission, we'll have what we need. We'll have what we need in order to
you here.
See that periodic give me scrap? But we'll have what we need in order to upgrade our car and actually get away from using this one that we're currently using now and actually have a better one. Let's speak to Jeet.
I wish I had no use for the likes of you, but as you can see, we are fading quick here.
What are you getting at?
Help us establish some necessities, and you'll benefit greatly. I'll see to it personally.
I'll take a look. But no promises.
See, what I don't understand is...
Look around. The essential utilities we are lacking are plain to see.
So some projects I am actually ready to install due to me being out there and going out there to do that.
I've been wondering.
I also don't like the fact that this man willingly put slivers of silver through his skin in order to make his skin look like that. That's nasty. That's nasty. Armory, capable of filling max ammo belt at no cost. Ooh, so these are upgrades I definitely need to make. Let's go ahead and build the oil well. Because I just forgot what it said that it could do. Hold on, let me look at the... Capable of refueling the magnum opus at no cost. Sweet! The magnum opus is automatically refueled when entering the stronghold. Oh, that's good. Capable of restoring my health at no cost. Maggot farm. Ugh. Ugh, maggot farm. That sounds extremely nasty. Ugh. Build a small stockpile of scrap to help the stronghold grow. I can spare the scrap to do that. So we can expand. Alright, doing Jeet a big favor. Build 2 projects in Jeet's stronghold. This decent amount of scrap has helped the stronghold to grow. So time is passing. Is the appearance of the place going to change with all this scrap that I've given you? Alright, stronghold improved. I see some wood and some better looking structures. The stronghold will grow and improve as more and more projects are built. Build all of them to see a stronghold in its full glory.
You that wanderer they speak of? The one doing all these things?
Yes, I am. Why are you speaking that way? But now they're starting to brace the place and make it look even better than before. But unfortunately, I can't just give you all of my scrap that I have my hands on. I mean, once I have another 1,000 scrap, then I'll come back here and I'll build the other one. But we'll worry about that later. Let's see what Chum needs help with.
Recall our companion, Saint? The Dinky D? Do you think he made it out of the inferno that was once my tabernacle?
Nah. Burnt to a crisp. Or food for somebody.
No, I think he made it out, yeah? He's got a survival instinct, that little one, huh? Yeah, I think he would have sought shelter inside my old buggy.
Ah, we're finally gonna get the old buggy so we can actually go through these minefields now. Dinky D, return to the wreckage of Chum's hideout and bring the dog and the buggy back to Jeet's stronghold. Reward, Chum's buggy and the dog added to vehicle collection. You know what? That'll be the last thing we do. The last thing we do today will be to get the dog and bring it back. Vantage Outposts! Use the balloon at Vantage Outposts to get a good view of the surrounding region, even though I've kind of done that already. Fly the balloon and use the binoculars to scout and mark important locations in the region on the map. Once a Vantage Outpost has been used, Max can fast travel to that location from anywhere in the wasteland using the map. And then it explains what threats are, because I literally just started, it's literally just teaching me all these tutorials, even though I've been doing pretty much everything. Camps, we know about this. Oil pump camp, destroy the oil pump. Oil transfer camp, destroy the transfer tanks. Stank gum camp, eliminate stank gum's legions. And then top dog camp, defeat the top dog. Yeah, tongue tied here. Are we good now? You gonna say anything else? Use the map, use a marker in the map to set custom destinations. I know how to do this. What we're going to do is we're going to fast travel right here. So that way I can just go to the hideout, get the dog, and then bring it right to G. Let me check my fries real quick, make sure they're still nice and hot. Oh yeah, they're nice. Oh yeah, they're still good. They're still good. Actually get my fries out and start eating them right now. Nothing worse than cold fries. And nothing like fries with that trademark cookout style honey mustard sauce.
Stay vigilant, my angel. Now this is Red Eye Land, and they mostly come at night. Yes, mostly. Oh, my eyes well up. My home, my chapel, my sanctum, my sacristy, all blown to smithereens by infidels, non-recognizable bits of profane nothingness.
There might still be something here.
Okay, so this opening was not open before. There was some wreckage blocking this the last time I tried to come over here, so this mission had to be started in order for this to open up.
Storm! Big storm!
We sit
My
safe in the
buggy!
car.
Doom Hopper! She lives yet!
Sturdier than it looks. There you are. Found food and water too. Good dog.
Dinky D's alive! Our theory would prevail. He's a survivor, that one.
Here. I'm taking it back to Jeet's fortress. Meet me there.
Indeed, indeed, safe. I'll steer her safe.
What you got?
Let's go rummage, dog.
Ah, there it is. It was right next to me. I didn't even notice it. How does Max even know how to defuse a bomb? I wonder what happens if I accidentally step on one. Probably not a good idea to find out. Make a good point about how the Force users versus non-Force users and flyers versus non-flyers would play. See, that's the thing. If they do make a Star Wars game, Star Wars Musou game, they have to make it so that people we know can fly, and the people that can use the Force to move fast using the Force. And above all else, please do not include a stamina bar. Please. Star Wars does not need to become a Musou game where we have to worry about stamina management when we're either dashing a long period of time or stuff like that. That's one thing I really didn't like about One Piece Power Warriors 4 is that, sure, you can dash around and move fast, but the moment your stamina ran out, hey, that's it. And stamina is also used to interrupt your combo and dash out of the way of an attack as well. So if you used up all your stamina to dash away, that's it. I hate stamina limitations in a game where you're supposed to be going through entire armies of people. I just don't like it. A little late on my responses because the Wi-Fi isn't working quite fast enough. It's okay, CJ. It's all good. Don't even worry about it. Gonna be bringing this stream to a close as soon as we deliver this buggy, though, because that's kind of the little extra I kind of wanted to do. So here's hoping that the Star Wars Musou game is everything we hope for, and that they actually look at all the great things they've done in previous games and incorporate it thusly.
No, you leave him alone. Dinky D's a friend. He's not for eating. We need to find a safe place for you to stay, Dinky D, and keep these savages at bay.
I'll put something together.
Alright, now... Alright, Dog and Buggy. Chum's Buggy and the dog are unlocked and available to be used to safely locate minefields and landmines out in the wasteland. Sweet.
Now stay.
Wasteland mission complete. I have returned Chum's Buggy and the dog to Jeet's stronghold. I think they will prove to have their uses. As do I. Slight distraction. Complete the Dinky D Wasteland mission. Alright. Gonna have to keep working on this. And if I look at max, how many Griffa points do I have? I have 2, which I can put into something. But we'll worry about that later. Let's go ahead and save. Alright, there we go. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that's where I'm going to draw to a close here today. I really do hope you guys enjoyed this little chill stream that I decided to do today, talking about Musou games, Musou spin-offs, and potential ones that we could see in the future, especially Mario and Star Wars. As crazy and as ludicrous as it may sound, I feel like those games could really benefit from a new coat of paint that isn't a shooter game or an action-adventure game. So hopefully they work out extremely well. I mean, if Zelda can work out for Nintendo, then I'm pretty sure Mario will be able to work out as well. So, that's all I got. Hope y'all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. And if you're new to the channel, and you enjoyed what you saw here today, then consider subscribing, because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. So have a fantastic day. And once again, as always, later, peoples.